Takeover update. There's now rival consortiums battling out for ownership of our club, so that's going to be interesting going forward. I would also just like to take a moment to say thank you in general once more. The response I had for the Story So Far episode, in particular, was phenomenal. Like, genuinely sort of significantly more than I was getting on the episodes that preceded it, so if you have joined me following that episode, please let me know. I'd love to know who you are, and if you are following through by getting caught up on the previous episodes, I can see you, by the way. There are a few of you out there. Thank you for that, too, as well. So, just general thank you for everyone. If you join me from that Story So Far episode onwards, let me know. If you've been here from the beginning, let me know. Just intrigued to know who's watching, really. But enough of that, let's get into today's episode. I decided to do a little bit of an experiment on these two games, a bit risky considering where we were, but I went attacking from the off on both of these games, and we won both of them 2-0. Now, obviously we have to asterisk the first one in particular being away from home against Sunderland, a team, by the way, that the media said we were second best to, despite them being predicted absolute bottom. That aside though, a vital away win, the first away win of the entire season. Goals from Ebersbach, he's back again, and Escobar, getting us a 2-0 lead by half-time, which is what it ended up as. Chelsea, a goal in either half, Madeira and Escobar, once again, 7 goals for him now for the entire season. I have to show you the Escobar one though. Just like I say, attacking. I did scale it down for the last, 10 minutes or so, but I was attacking for pretty much the entirety of that match, and we restricted them incredibly well during that, so I am tempted to do it against Everton as well. But first, that Escobar goal. Shaw gathers the ball on this right-hand side and punts it straight forward to Escobar. Doesn't get it. Christensen, though, well, not great. Not great work from their defence there. It's a team that has Vinicius Junior, Fabio Silva and Mason Mount up front as well. Shirky's there, Bailey, Delit in defence as well. It's not a bad team, put it that way. First Big Six scalp for us as well, and it's a shame you didn't see it. That does mean after 17 games played, we're on 20 points, which is sort of the first kind of marker point. Obviously, we say 40 points is generally safety at the end of the year, after 38 games, so realistically, you want to be around 20 points after the first 19 games. We're there after 17. We'll see how many points we can get against Everton and Leicester away, and then we'll have our true halfway marker point set down for us. Now, the big news for this match is that Coleridge has been injured in the week in between. Picked up an injury basically the first training session after that Chelsea game, out for a week, misses this game, will be back for Leicester, probably. And considering how well we've played on attacking, I'm going to stay positive from the off. Obviously, Everton are a better side than Sunderland were, so I'm not sure if I want to go fully attacking away from home at them. But we are going to say positive from the off, and we're going to see what happens. Because so far, I feel like balanced, we've not seen a lot. Attacking is when we've had the best of things, including against Liverpool and Man City. They just walked all over us when we were on balance, and then as soon as we went attacking, we started scoring. Good win did nothing, but the following faith has provided happiness more than anything. And off we go at Goodison Park. 60 minutes of this game gone, and there's a throw-in on our near side here. Velasquez gives that back to Best and Gonçalves. Over to Ebersbach on the far side. Performances of his have been better than they have generally been in the past. Shao, though, there's something we need to talk about in regards to Shao. There's an Asian Cup that exists, and he's out. Basically, I think it's just after this match or just after the next match, all the way through to February, potentially. I suspect that obviously depends on how well China do in general in that. And considering we only have one other right back, that's a bit irritating. Has there been a penalty there? Is hit a hand apparently. Current friend might be our friend here and awards a penalty. Madeira, of course, our go-to taker. I don't know what Escobar's penalty taking is. I'm surprised he's second fiddle to Madeira, and I'm very surprised now. Damn it. Do I need to change the penalty taker? We're going to see the resulting corner. I doubt it's going to come to much, but off goes Velasquez, scampering after that. Should say the rest of the team was actually identical to what you've seen before, just Edgar takes over from Coleridge, obviously. This highlight does continue annoyingly for a long while. Velasquez, must be a chance or something at the end of this. Best, forward to Madeira, and if I get mugged off here, I've been mugged off here, I'm pretty certain. It's still going. Johnston on this far side. Is he going to get tackled by Shao? No, he is not. The 168cm wonder who manages to somehow beat people to balls. Oh, Moise Keane scored. As soon as he got that ball, I knew that was in. Also forgot to mention I just switched both of my ball-playing defenders to central defenders for this one, just because neither of them are particularly good at ball playing. What? I'm sorry. What? What was going on there? Why was there a slide tackle instead of just, taking it to his feet? Again, I think that might have been a fault of the engine not being able to properly display what was going on. And now we go attacking. Right then. There's a Right, that free kick doesn't come to anything. It's good hands holding onto the ball, but I doubt that was the main highlight. It doesn't seem to be. Gonçalves, forward to Madeira. Madeira still coming forward. Escobar may just be onside here. Stozic has tucked it over regardless. It's blown for a free kick. He was just offside. There was a defender on this nearer side over here we thought might have been playing him on. Alas, no. Right, just encourage this team. Get them forward. That did nothing. We are motivated though, which I like to see. Shao headed over again. There's an offside. How can we offside? Hang on. How have we managed to be offside from a bloody free kick? How have we messed that one up? Right, so Alonso over here. Ebbers back 2, I think, needs to come off as well. Both of them. The pair of them need to come off here. Switching them to inside forwards. And demanding a little bit more from my side. This highlight begins with them. Pert Harris. Over to Umaro Mbalo. Great name, by the way. Just rolls off the tongue. Umaro Mbalo. Emil Smith Rowe scored while I'm messing around with names. Right, so just safe to say, the attacking thing doesn't work every time. Anyway, there's Umaro Mbalo. Forward he comes, crosses over. Emil Smith Rowe goes ahead of Xiaonan, who really shouldn't be marking people at the back post. But is anyway. Stick Tay on for 5 minutes. He might do better than Escobar, who hasn't had a great game either. And we get a consolation goal. We've had 2 shots on target, which is completely unlike the previous 2 games entirely. So Alonso now has been fouled. A free kick has been awarded. Gugo is already yellow carded. It's 91 minutes. A red card's not going to affect too much at this stage. And the resulting free kick clearly came to nothing as well, because we didn't even see that. Well, I'm going to get aggressive. We missed a penalty, which may have set things into motion. Yeah, Shao goes on holiday, essentially, in between here. It's not good timing from the Asian Cup. Liverpool, by the way, 18 games played, no games lost. There's no Watford in this division, so there's a chance. Yeah, unintended effect of the takeover saga. So thank you, current chairman Jason McGill, for telling the potential new owners to speed up their takeover so I can actually do things in the forthcoming transfer window. Don't really have any money to do anything in the transfer window, but thank you anyway. We might have 21 million in the bank, but they've not put any of that into transfers. Still 70% revenue as well, which is hilarious. So, just the one minor tweak. Coleridge is back, and I've bobbed him into cover version because he has a weird array of central defender options. Better at stopper and even better at cover, which makes no sense. He's worse in the more neutral one. He's better going slightly further forward or slightly further back. It's confusing, but never mind. Also, full attacking. I didn't go full attacking the start of Everton, and we went 1-0 down and missed a penalty. Not sure that was connected, but we'll see what happens if we start attacking at Leicester, who are 17th behind us in the table. Lentas for the suspended Wilson is the only change in the actual team. Oh, Laird, of course, right back for the international man of mystery, Nan Shao. Narrow formation for them. Hopefully we can exploit these wings then. I certainly say we're the underdogs despite being higher in the table than them. Good team talk, off we go. Now we do play Man United in 2 days, but I'm treating this one as the more important game. Because let's be honest, it basically is. We're 3 points ahead of them in the table before this match starts, and Madeira now on this left-hand side. Not quite. Ebbers back on the other. Why do I bother? Why do I bother? By the way, how is Serge Gnabry at Leicester? I say that in surprise just due to the relative position of Leicester in the sort of current seasons, rather than why is he at Leicester? Well, he's not that good on the game. Yeah, he's surprisingly not that good. Anyway, Laird. Medina. Forward to Ebbers back on this side. Laird takes over once more. Put it in. Oh. Why didn't just put it in straight away, you idiot, when there's no one there? Ebbers back. Laird. Turns around again. Grimes. Stop taking extra touches. Madeira isn't offside and Madeira has scored. Escobar was. Madeira wasn't. And came out of nowhere like a bullet. Let's watch Madeira just appear here and slam this one in. Like you're thinking Escobar, he's offside here. And it goes past him and Madeira's there. Bang! Top right corner. Nothing the goalie could do about that. Brilliant goal. And of course, officially now 19 games played. If we can get the advantage of an extra 3 points here, that would be wonderful. 23 points to see the first half of the season out would be fantastic news. Best, I'm looking at Laird on this side here at this point, but Best has put it in. Actually managed to beat the first man for once in its life. Laird, inches it past the goalkeeper into the far corner. I was a little bit caught off guard myself. It's 2-0 after 15 minutes and attacking from the off. Just saying. So that's headed out by Red Sox. Grimes sees obviously the miles open Laird and he just slides it into that back corner. Just on the inside of the post almost and into the goal. Wonderful work. Grimes with 2 assists as well. Just quietly going about his business in a very Nacelle way almost. Velasquez, Escobar takes over here. It's a few minutes later in the game, 20 minutes gone. Best now on the ball. Has a little bit of a tussle with number 2 but gets away with it. Still on the ball. Gets it to Velasquez finally. And, well, he's headed at his own goal. Now, there's more to this, I suspect. Mvogo Is he going to hit it straight at Escobar? Nope, but he does go to Laird instead. Why was he punting it over there? They don't even play a player over there. Is he feeling okay? Lentas. Forward to Escobar. Velasquez. This has moved quite nicely. And, well, it's 3-0. I did actually move the tempo down just to neutral, just to slow things down a little bit in this division. Just don't move it so quickly. You're more likely to make mistakes, obviously, if you're passing around that little bit quicker. Just take your time to think. But that was moved first time fantastically all the way through that midfield to Madeira, who puts it into that corner. And not only are we now in 10th, as things stand, we have a positive goal difference. Bournemouth have gone back 10th now. We're ahead of Tottenham. See, this is what I feel like. I feel like going attacking just pins them in, depending on the opponent, of course, but just pins them in more than any other mentality. Obviously, very attacking will just be probably suicide in this division. That said, keep it going, lads. We can probably just pull back a bit in this half. I'm going to stay attacking for the first 5-10. With it being 3-0, I'm tempted to go on to positive a little bit earlier than I normally would. But Umvogo, forward to Olsop. We'll just see what happens with this. If we end up conceding here, we might just stay on it a little bit longer. But Velasquez on this left-hand side. Madeira going for a hat-trick now, I think. And straight at the goalkeeper, but it was a tight angle, so we'll let him off. And into the box from the resulting corner. Nothing probably coming of this. Medina's put it in the middle again and cleared. Now, highlights continued. Possession's changed hands a few times. It's changed hands once more. And now Gnabry on the ball. I was ready to write that highlight off, but it has continued. It's changed possession twice more. Duncan's got past Medina here. He's gone wide himself, and Sergio tips it over. I think now we just tip it back to positive. It'll be 55 minutes by the time this highlight's over. Indeed, he heads over. We've had 64% of the ball at Leicester. And Kenneth Smet is on. Great name. I've praised them and I've fired them up as a result. Praise them like you should. Sorry. I mean, Ebersbach, despite this performance, 6.7. I think we can put Maxence on for Grimes, who's had a great game, but he's looking a bit tired now. And we need to obviously keep them as fresh as possible. I'm actually thinking the same for Escobar, but Escobar's obviously up front and they don't get as tired typically. It will be the third change we make. Gnabry, though, on the ball. James Justin puts it into the box. Smet's there. I thought that'd gone in the way that... must have hit something behind the goal. He's actually their number 9. Did they rest him for the start of this? Have they disrespected a team that's actually ahead of them in their own... Maybe he's coming back from fitness. I don't know the story. But they haven't started their number 9 for whatever reason. Laird is tackling McCollum on that far side and loses it out. Smet isn't going to get on the end of that, but Lentas is going to give it to him instead. Just, here you go. Sergio rises to the occasion and Best clears it in the correct direction. It's an important point. People don't do that very often. Tay can come on. Tay, you make it up. You choose. I'm going with whatever I decide at the moment. They got one back. And, well, we've ruined our clean sheet there. And we've also gone behind Tottenham and West Ham. Not because we've conceded a goal, just because they've got more points than us now. They've clearly done something in their games. Actually, West Ham didn't. It was just because Brighton left them as well. People have written us off today. I don't know why. Great work from Madeira. Shame we couldn't get a third goal. So, mixed results today against the Blues. But a 3-1 win away at Leicester City leaves us in 12th at the halfway point of the season. 23 points. A good solid 7 clear of Newcastle in those relegation spots. By the way, how nice is it to have all these derbies back in the Premier League? Sunderland, Newcastle. Obviously the Leeds and Man United one reignited for the time being. And our own Yorkshire derby added to the mix as well. Lovely to see it. All 3 South Coast teams, of course. Southampton, Bournemouth and Brighton still around. Next time out will be... It's a shame those games are in that order, really, with Newcastle and then Leicester. If it was the other way around, I would have just done straight up Leicester, Newcastle, Bournemouth. Of course, 4th round might be a thing. I'm not going to bring you Hereford. As much as it's sentimental and nostalgic in a way, it's sandwiched between 2 teams we've already seen. So the 4th round, I think, will pop in after this Leicester game. So depending on who we get in the 4th round, if we manage to not humiliate ourselves against Hereford, it will be that and Bournemouth. If not, I might just straddle the deadline day. Takeover might affect things as well, of course. Who knows? But it'll be around this end of January period, most likely. Until next time, have a good weekend. Ta-ra.